Well, good Tuesday morning, North Texas. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Daybreak. I'm Dia Wall.
And I'm Matt Howardson. We're going to check in on the forecast and commute this Tuesday in a moment. But first, an update to a meeting we first told you about yesterday on Daybreak.
Just hours ago, leaders in Red Oak made way for a massive new data center and a late night vote. The council approved rezoning a plot of land from agricultural to industrial use. That clears the way for an 800-acre facility along FM 2377 right by I-35.
Chris Sadeghi is live in Red Oak right now outside of City Hall. Chris, it's empty now, but people packed last night.
Yes, Matt, when everything ended at around midnight, Red Oak was the latest city in our area to approve yet another data center. And like a lot of the others, that approval only came after they heard from a packed room full of opposition.
We don't need another data center. You don't know what the health impact is. You got them all crunched together. You're going to have a mass exit. You're going to ruin this community. You're going to ruin it.
Council chamber filled with people like that, most all of them speaking against the proposal, so much so that the fire marshal had to close access to the meeting 20 minutes before it started. But despite the protest and pressure, the council voted 4-1 to approve each the tax abatement item and zoning item needed to pave the way for Compass Data Centers to build what will be the 6th data center project in Red Oak on this piece of agricultural land. Like other communities, the residents speaking against it do not like the noise and environmental concerns connected to data centers, but council members say they've tried to tailor each proposal to the area and the use proposed for the project. The city manager has told us in the past that these data centers will be self-contained and generate revenue that they hope in turn will help the city lower their tax rate. Dia, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you for that update. There's another community talking about data centers today. Henderson County, about an hour and a half southeast of Dallas, is weighing plans for a 400-acre facility in Athens. Again, this is just one more proposal in a wave of approved or planned projects in North Texas. As we see this boom, Texas lawmakers are now reviewing those tax incentives and power grid demand and community concerns ahead of the next legislative session, which begins in January. Now let's get your first look at your forecast with meteorologist Greg Fields. Good morning.
Hey, good morning there. Good morning, everyone. We are looking at cool, comfortable, low weather. Heading out the door again this morning. Sun coming up over Fort Worth. 57 degrees out there. Wind is calm for you. So a nice looking start, nice looking view there. Trinity River winding through downtown Fort Worth here this morning. So as we take you elsewhere around the Metroplex, we'll have those upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Another pleasant morning out there for sure. As we're looking at 56 in McKinney, down to 52 in Denton here this morning. So we'll have a few lower 50s in some spots here this morning. Heading out to Terrell and Canton here at 56. A little bit below normal still with those temperatures here this morning. We do start to bounce back a little bit more, though, as we head into this afternoon. Just about full sunshine we're going with today. Winds will be very light, becoming a little more southerly, very light, only around 5 miles per hour or so as we head home later today. Pretty close to normal with those daytime highs, as we'll have some low 80s for you as we head home this afternoon. But it does get even warmer later this week. We'll talk more about that and some rain chances down the road. But now let's get over to the station, checking on the traffic.
All right, thanks, Greg. And we just had an accident happen just north of the High-5. This is 75 southbound at Mid-Park. You see traffic is quickly building in this area. And yeah, looks like you have 1 or 2 lanes blocked. Again, this just happened, so that color on your map is starting to show up. Is this little spot of red and yellow. You can see it starts to slow down a little bit at Spring Valley if you're heading south on Central, again, towards 635. Now, just to the west of this location along 635 at Park Central, we're still seeing slower traffic between Central and Preston Road. Along 635 westbound, drivers are reporting a stalled vehicle in that area, and that could be behind the reason that we're seeing traffic a little slower there. We also have a stalled vehicle that's confirmed along I-30 and the westbound side of I-30 toward downtown Dallas. But that is not blocking any main lanes. Doesn't seem to be slowing anyone down there. Guys?
All right. Thank you so much, Station. Now let's get you to 3 things that you need to know this morning. Some robotaxis in Dallas are under federal investigation after several crashes. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration is investigating crashes involving AV Ride, Uber's rideshare partner. The robotaxis have been on the road in Dallas since December, but video shows some driverless cars changing lanes into the path of other cars and failing to stop or slow down. In a statement, AV Ride says in most cases the cars were traveling at low speeds and that other vehicles were at fault. State Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing Netflix, accusing the streaming service of spying on Texans. The lawsuit also claims that Netflix is collecting users' data without their knowledge or consent. and says its autoplay function is addictive. A Netflix spokesperson says the lawsuit lacks merit and is based on inaccurate information. The Supreme Court has temporarily extended access to a widely used abortion pill. The justices now have until Thursday to decide whether restrictions on mifepristone should take effect. Right now, women can purchase the pill without an in-person doctor's visit. The state of Louisiana is suing, saying that undermines their near total ban on abortion.
This morning, the average price for gas in Texas is down a bit to $4.01 a gallon. The national average sits at $4.50. More relief could be on the way soon, though. President Donald Trump says he's willing to suspend the federal gas tax. This comes ahead of Memorial Day weekend, when AAA expects 39.1 million Americans to travel, including 3.7 million Texans. That's a slight bump from last year.
Our Janelle Ford is live at DFW International Airport. And Janelle, it's not just the roads that people are traveling on. The sky is expected to be busier, too.
Yeah, Matt and Dia, despite rising fuel costs and the conflict in Iran, American Airlines says that it is gearing up for its busiest summer ever. Now, of course, it doesn't look like that here this morning, but their first big test is next weekend when Memorial Day kicks off the busy summer travel season. American says that from May 21st to May 26th, it expects to fly more than 4.2 million customers and more than 40,000 flights. That launches what the Fort Worth-based airline says could be a record summer. 70 million customers across 750,000 flights between now and Labor Day. A lot of that will run through here at DFW Airport, which is American's largest hub. But those record numbers come with record pressure. Airfare is already up about 20% from last year, and jet fuel prices have more than doubled since the war in Iran began to more than $200 a barrel. We are seeing higher fares, higher fees, and in some cases, people rethinking big trips. Industry analysts say some international bookings are dipping, especially to Europe, with travelers opting for trips closer to home. And then you add in the Spirit shutdown, meaning fewer ultra low cost seats being sold and less pressure on other airlines to keep airfare low. So if you are planning that summer vacation, these are all things that you're going to want to keep an eye on. Reporting here at DFW Airport, I'm Janelle Ford.
Like a certified player, shipped up, flashing rings at a
All right, playing you in with the WNBA season theme song ahead of a big night at College Park Center in Arlington.
The Dallas Wings playing the home opener in front of a sellout crowd, taking on Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream. The Wings are looking to build on a promising start to the season. They put up 107 points in their opener to get a win against the Indiana Fever on the road, by the way, setting a WNBA record for most points scored by a singular team in a season opener. Arike Ogunbowale, Paige Beckers, and Odyssey Sims all put up 20 or more points. We love to see it. If you don't got a ticket for tonight's game, we have you covered. You can watch it on our sister station, KFAA Channel 29. That tip-off set for 7 p.m. The ladies looked incredible. Can't wait to see what the season has in store.
Yeah, should be a fun game.
Time right now, 6:08, and here's what's still ahead this morning for you on Daybreak. 2 suspects are on the run
After a stolen Jeep rammed a cannabis store and a fire backfired on them. That's at 6:30.
And Texas public school enrollment is trending down, and new data suggests the decline could continue in the years ahead. I've got those numbers ahead at 6:30.
From a research facility to a rescue ranch, beagles in North Texas are now being prepped for their second chances. We're so excited to share this one with you.
And
We're also talking about rain chances. Those are back for this weekend, an unsettled pattern going into early next week. We'll take a closer look at why that is.
we do have clear skies out there for you this morning. Nice and cool still, but yes, warmer weather on the way. We've got some 90s before the week is over. More on that when Daybreak continues. Sun coming up over downtown Dallas. Good looking start to your Tuesday morning.